I'm not a person that, that likes to be, or that is against other people because of how they look, because of their ethnic or cultural background. And none of us should be. But these are the things that the Republicans, those who are doing it, I want to make that very clear, these are the things that they're using to pit us against each other. It is to their advantage for us to be divided in this country. Remember, united we stand, divided we fall. Remember that. Don't listen to the rhetoric that they have going on here. Do some research. Find out. Just don't listen to something that somebody tells you. It's like people who go to church on Sunday and the preacher says, God told me that tomorrow the sky going to be polka dot with red stripes and yellow triangles. And they run off and they say, oh, did you know that tomorrow the sky is going to be plaid with red stripes and yellow triangles? Don't look at nothing. Don't research nothing. Nothing. It's just because the man said it, you're going to believe it. My mother told me one time a little joke. And in this joke, there was a married couple. Young married couple just got married. And the young lady went into the kitchen to cook, and she was going to cook a roast, right? So she took and she cut off the end of the roast and she threw it away. And her husband noticed that she had done that several times when she cooked roast. So he said to her, honey, why do you keep cutting off the end of the roast and throwing it away? She said, I don't know. She said, because my mom used to do it. So he went to the mother-in-law. Said, mother-in-law, he said, I noticed that my wife keeps cutting off the end of this roast and throwing it away. And she said that she did it because you did it. Why do you do it? She said, I don't know. I did it because my mama does it. My mama did it when I was growing up. Oh, so went to grandmother's. Grandmother said, I noticed that my wife cuts off the tip of the roast and throws it away. And I asked her mother why she did it. And she said she did it because you did it. Why did you do it? She said, oh, honey, let me tell you. When me and your grandpa, were real young, we had this really teeny tiny apartment. We couldn't afford much, so we had this freezer. We couldn't fit much in this little freezer. It was just a little box. And every time I bought the roast, it was too big to go in there, so I would cut off the end and throw it away so it could fit in the freezer. We keep doing things over and over and over again without questioning why we're doing it. And it's important to know why we're doing it. It's very important. So what I'm saying is, when somebody says something, don't just, take their word for it. Remember the Republican agenda. And please understand, I'm not speaking against, I'm not trying to tear down Republicans, but it just is what it is. Mitch McConnell made the statement. John Boehner made this statement. Eric Cantor, all those guys said, we are going to make sure that he is only a one-term president. On the first day of his administration. Not that they had time to prove that he wasn't qualified or capable of being a president. They had already made up their mind that they were going to do everything they could to sabotage everything that he did so that they could create a reason not for him not to be reelected. This is the mind, this is the mentality of the people that we're dealing with. Now, you know what? It's the Republican Party. There's nothing I can do to change that. That's just what it is. It is in that party that they did it. We saw it. We sat here for 3 years and watched them oppose every single thing the president tried to do. We saw it. We watched it. You saw it with your own eyes. Don't let them tell you it was something else. You saw it. They opposed him on every single thing. Now, just imagine you being in a situation where you were trying to get something done, but nobody would work with you. Nobody would cooperate with you. You couldn't get anything done because nobody wanted to be on the same page with you. And, the Democrats, not all of them were on the page with the same page with the president either. But the swing vote was with the Republican Party. And they didn't do anything, I mean nothing, to work with this president. Please remember that. And let us do, President Obama, he's done an excellent job as far as I'm concerned. He's done an excellent job, especially considering what he had to work with. Especially considering that these people did not do anything at all to help him, and he still had significant accomplishments in this administration. So please, just keep that in mind.